Okay, yeah, looks like a good start. Let's take a look at Maya. Um, Generally, I would say is it's there's some good poses in there and stuff. It's just way too slow. Um, yeah, I think a good kind of rule of thumb is like typical walking pace might be like 2 steps per second. So I'm just going to take this whole thing and scale it down quite a. Whoops, what happened? Why is it not letting me scale those? Oh, that's so weird. When I click on that, it should let me. Oh, there we go. So let's say something like that, and then right mouse click snap to make sure they end up on whole number keyframes. Let's look at the pace of that now. Looks a little better. I might find a better end pose. People don't usually just stop like in that super symmetrical neutral position, so maybe try to either don't stop the walk and just end it mid step, or have her do something at the end, like maybe she stops and looks down because she finds a penny on the ground. Who knows? Whatever, but some kind of ending pose that says, "Here's why she stopped." Um, you had a few questions. Can't do facial blend shapes because the computer shuts down. Um, yeah, let's take a look at the rig, I guess. Um, Did you reference it in? Please say you reference it in. No. So you're not supposed to import the character in a scene. You're supposed to reference it into the scene, so that you can always update the rig file, and then it'll fix the. And then when you next open the file, you'll have an updated rig. So you always keep a clean rig file. I think I mentioned that in. Let's find it. I can't remember where it talks about that, but there's. I'll find it. I think it's here. Prepare your scene. Yeah, referencing. So this is um, page 11 of this module, which is I think module 10, right? So review all of this. It explains it all here, how to reference and why you do it and all that stuff. Um, but meanwhile, let's just look at the rig and see if we can fix it in this scene. So just go to pose reset. Okay, and okay. So what's interesting is that it's like this in the default position, which I wouldn't. That normally what I would find in something like this is that it starts to do that once you start to move the character, but in this case it's like that from the start, um, which makes it a little bit difficult to. Is it rig layer? Is that no all body? Okay. Well, I can see a big problem right here, which is that you did this poly merge vert and delete component after you bound it, and another one before. So you really shouldn't do that stuff after rigging. It looks like you deleted some verts or edges or something after rigging, and you've merged some verts after rigging. So that's kind of a no-no. What I would really need, I think, is a version of the character before you had that to fix it. Um, but I wonder if I can step out of those. It'll be interesting to try. I kind of doubt it, but So let's take this and select that and delete that. And let's select this, select that, and delete. No, I don't think that's going to help. I'm going to try deleting out this one, but that's probably going to break it. No, it didn't help anything. Yeah, that's the thing is it's like I can't really help you fix that if I don't have the original. I mean, what I can help with, unless something, it's almost like it was deformed. I don't know, it's really weird. But yeah, there should be a file where when she's in the default pose, it doesn't help that. But real quick, I'm just going to do Control F9 to convert to vertices and go into component mode and then hold down Control and deselect all of that. And then um, let's try first, this is probably not going to fix it, but let's try skin prune small weights options at 0.1, and that'll remove anything that. Oh, that did it. Okay. So that solves the arms not affecting the face, but what I don't, what I don't really have a way to fix is that thing, because that's happening in the default pose. So if you have a version of your rig where it's not like that in the default pose, select the verts of the head, prune small weights at 0.1, and it should solve it. Other than that, you'll have to model that back into shape, and then yeah, and then rig it. Well, rebind it anyway.